Most fighters believe power moves through muscles. It doesn't. Muscles initiate tension. They do not carry force. Chapter 3 of the Biomechanics of Combat Arts exists to expose this system that actually does. Up to this point, you've learned two essential truths. First, your structure must be able to bear load without collapsing, and second, your muscles must fire in the correct order. Both are true. Both are incomplete. There is a third system governing everything you feel when you move, and most training barely acknowledges it. Fascia. Fascia is not a background tissue, not something you can ignore. Fascia is a continuous connective network that binds the body into a single integrated system. It's the medium through which force actually travels. If Chapter 1 asked whether your body can hold force, and Chapter 2 asked whether it can access that force in sequence, Chapter 3 asks this question. Can your body transmit force without losing it along the way? This is where many strong, well-trained fighters quietly fail. Force does not stop at the joints. It does not respect muscle boundaries. It does not move in straight lines. It moves through tension. When force enters the body from the ground during a step or from an opponent's contact, fascia distributes it, redirects it, stores it, and releases it when the timing allows. Muscles create tension, but fascia determines where the tension flows and how long it will remain available. This is why power sometimes feels effortless in experienced fighters, and this is why timing appears before conscious thought. This is why certain movements feel elastic rather than muscular. Fascia allows the body to act as one system instead of a collection of parts. With that continuity, even strong contractions can produce a disconnected result. Chapter 3 reframes it as continuity, not output. Kinetic chains are no longer linear paths traveling straight up the body. They are diagonal and cross-connected. Loads move through the coordinated lines of tension rather than isolated segments. When one area stiffens excessively, another absorbs. When one line fails, force reroutes. This is not theory. It's why isolated strength breaks under pressure. Fascia explains endurance. Muscles fatigue quickly. When forcing to work alone, fascia behaves differently. It stores elastic energy and returns it when the timing and organization are intact. When the movement is coordinated, the body recycles that force instead of burning through it. When coordination breaks down, effort spikes and fatigue follows quickly. This is why two fighters can perform the same action, yet one degrades rapidly while the other remains stable. It's not conditioning alone, it's material behavior. Fascia is also sensory. It feeds continuous information back to the nervous system. Changes in tension are detected before the movement completes. This is why experienced fighters adjust mid-action without conscious correction. They are not reacting faster, they are sensing earlier. That sensitivity develops through deliberate, organized movement. It disappears when motion becomes rigid, forced, or dominated by brute effort. This is why speed without control erodes timing, why stiffness kills adaptability, why excessive effort dulls perception under stress. Chapter 3 makes this visible. Under load, fascia reveals truth faster than technique ever can. It exposes where the force leaks, where the tension traps, and where structure stops cooperating. Strength cannot hide these failures. This chapter does not romanticize fascia, it holds it accountable. Fascial continuity is the missing layer that allows structure from Chapter 1 and sequencing from Chapter 2 to survive real combat demands. Without it, the system fragments or collapses. If you ever felt strong but slow, fast but weak, or precise but inconsistent under pressure, this chapter explains why. Strength and timing are not enough if connective systems cannot carry out the demands placed upon it. The warrior scholar does not chase bigger muscles or greater speed. They protect continuity. They organize tension so force travels cleanly, returns efficiently, and adapts under chaos. Chapter 3 exists to establish that reality. Power is not generated, it's transmitted. And transmission is everything. That understanding is the bridge, because once force can travel through the body without loss, a new question becomes unavoidable. How does the nervous system regulate that transmission under stress? That's where Chapter 4 begins.